Fatima. So, I've always loved the idea of starting a story at the first page with a very foggy idea of what's going to happen and no clear idea of how it's going to end. However, I have never written a story this way. When I start writing, the beginning is actually the foggiest part. I usually have a fairly set sense of what's going to happen in the story, and I know exactly how it's going to end. I know it seems like writing should be more spontaneous and unpredictable, but for me, that has never worked out. When I start a story, I have to know exactly how it's going to end, the same way that when I get in the car, I have to know exactly where I'm going. Without a clear destination in mind, all I do is burn up a lot of mental fuel trying to write something that's not really going anywhere. Let's take a look at the storyboard. We have a storyboard? We do now. Let's say that this adorable example of how artistically talented I am not looks like a train. And while that's giving you a headache, let's say that the train represents my story. We'll say that these tracks represent the progression of my story. And this picture of Angelina Jolie represents me. So, as long as I've got these clearly distinguished tracks underneath me, I know how to write the story because I know where I'm going and what's coming up next. Oh my god, a tumbleweed. Whew, okay, so everything is very simple and straightforward because I have the predetermined ending ahead of me to keep me in the right direction and the set plot beneath me to keep me on track. Now here's where I feel I can really get creative, adding subplots and new characters and space aliens and cactuses or whatever the heck that's supposed to be, as long as I still have that great ending ahead of me. This is really where the artistic spontaneity comes in. And occasionally the doctor. Now if I were to start writing a story without knowing exactly what I wanted to happen, it would put me in this situation. Sure, my options would open up, but is that really a good thing when it leaves me with nothing but writer's block? I hate to say it, but the chances of this happening increase exponentially. And the worst part is, I don't realize how bad the story's gotten until it's just too late. The last thing I want to do is have a story that starts off really well and then just kind of peters out because I don't really know where to go with it. That's not to say I don't deviate at all from the set concept of what my story will be. As I write them, my stories always compile details and become more complex. There are usually also a few uninvited characters who pop up and stick around while I'm writing. I don't know where these guys come from. So, as square as this writing method may seem, it's really just what works for me. Now, I feel I have to mention this before I take off. I am nearing 100 subscribers. Woo! And I know on YouTube 100 subscribers is kind of pathetic. So it might just be the hyperbole in me getting excited. Woo! But when I first started this project, 100 subscribers seemed kind of a nice, round, solid number. Like when I reached that point, I didn't have to be embarrassed by my YouTube channel anymore, or something. I don't know if I'll ever reach that level. So anyway, 100 subscribers seems like something to celebrate. So when I reach that magical number, I will throw a YouTube cupcake party. All of you, my fabulous 90-something subscribers, are invited. And actually anyone who clicks on the cupcake party video will be instantly invited, just because I'm that awesome. And it will just be swell. Okay. Bye Sarah, bye Lily. See, I waved two hands because there's two of you. Yours truly, Kat. Okay, hold on, do that one more time.
Leave it out.
Oh, I'm gonna have so many bloopers.
Okay.
Alright, I think I have enough footage.